Now it's the time for RTB 101. This is the segment where we talk about practical questions to equip our viewers to share their faith with their friends and family more effectively. I'm here to talk about a very common question with Dr. Hugh Ross. And Hugh, I noticed that when reading the book of Genesis, that in the beginning, it sounds like we were supposed to have been vegetarians. Is that so?
Well, at the end of Genesis chapter 1, it talks about how God provides green plants, green vegetation for us and for all life. Because that's in the context of God telling Adam and Eve and all of humanity, I'm putting you in charge of the whole planet, manage its resources for your benefit and the benefit of all life. And you better take care of the green vegetation because that's the base of the food chain. You don't take care of that, nobody gets to eat.
Mm-hmm. Now, but it seems like towards the end of the book of Genesis that you see God changing his mind, and now suddenly he's saying you can eat meat. So what is that about?
Well, it's referring to human beings. It's explicitly for human beings, saying you were in a vegetarian diet, now you can also eat meat. And he's basically explaining to them, you're not going to live long enough for it to make any difference. And the context is this: before the flood, people had the potential to live 800 or 900 years.
Wow.
When you eat meat, you put heavy metals into your body at a rate of about 10,000 times if you restrict your diet to vegetable matter. And if you're only going to live to be 100 or 120, it's not going to make any difference. But if you're going to live to be 800 or 900, the accumulation of those heavy metals in your body will bring about death from cancer and other sources. So God is basically saying, now that you're only going to live to be a maximum of 120 years, it's okay to eat meat.
He says it's okay to eat meat, but I'm curious with how we were designed. Were we designed to be vegetarians? I mean, even people will point out that our teeth are obviously like herbivore teeth. And so would it be better for us to be vegetarians?
Well, we're omnivores. I mean, if you look at our digestive tract, it's a lot like the digestive tract of mice and rats, in the sense that we can eat vegetable matter, we can also eat meat. So we're able to have a diverse diet. So that's how our bodies were designed. But if we're going to live to be 900 years, we have to avoid eating meat. But now we're only going to live a maximum 120. Eating meat's okay, and guess what? Our bodies are designed for that omnivorous diet.
Okay.
I mean, in terms of our mouth, our teeth, our digestive tract, it's not designed like a cow to be living only on vegetable matter. It's actually designed for a very wide diet spectrum.
Okay. So we actually are designed to have meat and vegetables.
Yes.
Okay, I had actually heard the opposite. That's very interesting.
Well, there's certain amino acids that are crucial for your health. They're extremely difficult to get if you don't have some kind of access to meat or eggs or milk.
Okay. Another thing that I've heard is that before the fall, all animals were herbivores. And so do you think that that's a good conversation to start with my unbelieving friends?
Well, a lot of your unbelieving friends will think that's what Genesis is saying, and that's where it's important to go to Genesis 9, and that's when God says to Noah about now you can eat meat. It's clear from the context it's referring to the human species. So it's not something saying that all animals were vegetarian and then suddenly after the fall you had carnivores. And it's a simple fact of ecology. If you don't have carnivores, the herbivores suffer, and they suffer dramatically. To keep life balanced, given the laws of physics, it's crucial that the herbivores have carnivores. The health and the death rate of the herbivores skyrockets without carnivores. And I think there you need to understand, we're a unique carnivore. We can kill anything we want. And so typically when we hunt, we go after the best within the herd. But all the other carnivores on the planet don't have that luxury. They're only able to feed on the weak, the sick, the dying, and the injured. And through that process, they actually protect the health and the longevity of the herbivores that they feed upon.
Thank you so much, Hugh. To learn more about interesting information like this, go to reasons.org and search Today's New Reasons to Believe.